Hello and welcome to the Impact Dynamics podcast.
I'm Andy Little.
I'm Plushy.
My name is Rusty.
Tonight we are talking about the old US of A.
Yeah, IPRF and 2 matches we did.
And that plus you can't remember the listeners' names. Let's go.
Match director, mate. Match director.
Demonstrate how to bang.
Hope that's enough.
We need your vote.
Now we've caught up to where we are on the podcast.
All right, go on back.
Roll the outro. Something a bit different tonight. We had the intro, like the video version of the intro playing. I haven't seen that for a long time. It was really weird seeing me hold a gun.
Yeah.
That was really strange.
I forgot that you did that.
Yeah.
Just need to step back for a second. You made an error in the opening, the intro there. You said listeners, like plural. I've only got evidence of one.
Josh listens. From over there. Hi, Josh.
He's paid.
Hi.
Hey, Josh.
He's
Hi.
paid too. Oh, hang on. Do you get paid yet?
Not for this.
What? I keep hearing about this mythical pay. I need someone to explain it to me and tell me how to get some.
No one say anything. Andy, how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing well.
Well, that's a better response.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks.
Oh, you've recovered.
Not really, but I'm doing all right.
Well, gents, you've come back from the US. I'd like to say victorious, but that would not be correct. You've come back.
Yes.
You're here. And what are you staring at?
It's weird.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
get two
Josh
versions
is
of me because this is what people know. Like this is what normally sits in the background.
weird.
Yeah, you get
okay.
to observe it.
Josh
from two
is on the
angles.
screen that
I
we
don't-
can see,
Yep.
and Plushy was very distracted. He's like a goldfish, just like,
It's
hang
rather
on,
distracting.
Hang on, there's 2 Joshes.
Whoa.
Well, how is this a thing? Yeah.
One question. What's in the room that's locked
Wait
behind
till you see. Wait till you see.
Oh, let me show you.
Plushy, wait till you see what a mirror is.
Oh, wow. Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Welcome back. Welcome back. When did you get back?
Week and a half ago? No, 2 weeks.
No, a week and a bit.
and a
Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago.
Oh, okay.
Whatever that works out to be.
They're not far off 2 weeks.
Almost 2 weeks. It
Very
feels like
good.
it's gone super quick. It
Yeah.
feels. I'm still struggling.
Yeah. I think about on Saturday or Sunday last week, I started sleeping into my alarm, which is good.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've almost made my bedtime one night, I think.
Josh, apparently we got no sound on YouTube.
No.
Right.
And
Oh.
yeah, welcome back, Josh. You fixed your technical issues.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
good.
No sound from Birchie.
There you go.
Oh, hey,
So,
Betsy.
hey, wait, you know what?
We've got 2 listeners.
Yeah, that's right. I got a message from Aaron. You got one from Birchie.
Hey, Daddy, how's it going?
people. Whoa, hang on. Whoa, let's.
Oh, we haven't talked about
We
that.
need to unpack a
America,
few
man.
things here now. All right. Well, let's go with give us your highlight of the trip before we start unpacking that daddy
geez.
comment.
Oh, no. I got asked this the other day and I actually don't know.
There's
So
been
what you're saying is you've had opportunity to think about it and you still haven't come up with an answer.
no. Well,
Yeah.
there's
So
just
it's-
been so many pretty cool things, but good in their own right.
All right. I
So-
should be more specific with the questions. All right.
Okay.
Who is the coolest person you met?
Coolest person we met.
There's a correct answer for this, Plushy, but you are not going to get it right.
Well, it's not me.
Well, obviously.
Well, I'd already met you before I left, but maybe
Oh,
may not
yeah,
count.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's coolest person we met.
I don't know.
No.
I'll reframe the question, but I know
I feel like
we-
this is a trick question.
that is a trick question for Plushy. I'll reframe the question though. One of the cool people that
Yeah,
you met.
we-
give us someone.
We did meet some pretty cool people in the States. One of which
Name
was
one of them, Andy.
Tom from Alpha Ammunitions.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So he was an absolute legend.
Yep.
And Rickson, Tom and Rickson. So shout out to them from Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they helped us out quite a lot.
Yep.
And yeah, solid blokes.
Probably Mr. Frank Ali from Sniper's Hide. No, that's right.
Is that how you say it? Okay. All right.
Yep.
He was pretty cool
Yep.
to
Yep.
take a knee and shake his hand. And
I was going to say you can't say Sniper's hide.
yeah. No, Frank doesn't hide. You can hear him.
True,
You can
correct.
hear him wherever he is.
Yes. Yep. It's good.
True.
It's good, dude. Okay. Who else?
Who else? We got to see some familiar faces, the ones that we normally see on all the YouTube channels, especially like the MDT sort of channels.
Oh, I thought you meant watching this.
No.
Yeah, didn't you travel with this guy the whole way? You're like, man, this bloody YouTube sensation's with me. I
Still
see him a
trying
lot.
to forget it.
Yeah.
Still trying.
Okay.
There's counselling and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good.
But yeah, a fair few familiar faces from, especially that MDT team.
Yep.
all those guys. So that was cool to shake hands with them and
Mm-hmm.
and say keep doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
If I remembered names,
They
I'd
tell
be
you,
good.
they'd be like, but you boys better give up soon. Yeah. We'll keep doing what they're doing as long as you guys quit.
Yeah.
We did mention to a couple of them that we were going to spoof their videos, and they were all for it.
Yes. Yeah.
It'd be a nice change rather than you spoofing all over their videos, but it'd be a good improvement.
One step at a time, mate.
Hey, look, we do what we can with what we've got.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, good. What about you, Josh? Oh, wait, you weren't there. I just wanted to include you in the conversation.
Wow.
Then I realised it wasn't relevant. I wasn't there either.
No. Who have you met lately?
I met Josh. He came back after 2 weeks away. That was cool.
Yep.
Yeah. The coolest person you met obviously was the person that came up to you and recognised you from the podcast as a listener.
Oh yeah, but I don't know
That
his
is
name.
the correct answer,
I don't know his
Plushy.
name. I've got a photo of him,
Okay.
and I am very sorry. I've got to apologise again on a podcast.
We'll have to put up
You've
put up
offended
his,
the international community now.
So we were at
Taking it worldwide.
yeah.
Andy and I were at World Champs, and I was at one of the stage officers, and we walked up, and he's like, "Are you like Plushy from the podcast?" I'm like, "Phone." I was like, "Whoa, we have
Here we
one
go.
This guy?
Oh, there we
Okay.
go.
this guy. Yeah, we have
footage.
one listener."
Yeah.
And I didn't write down your name.
You
and I'm
definitely
sorry.
spoke to the wrong guy. Plus, you don't remember anyone's name.
No.
No, and then I
Look at
went.
that face.
Remembers the hair color, but
I
that's
went
about
and
it.
found. I went and found Andy like an hour or so later. We crossed paths.
Yeah. Did
I'm
you
like,
remember his name?
Did you meet? He's like, the guy. Yes.
Yeah.
He listens to our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, I didn't catch it either.
One of three?
unfortunately.
Yeah, okay.
He was actually really cool and was
Yeah.
kind enough to give us a.
Yeah, he was the coolest.
He was the coolest
was.
of all of the people.
Yeah.
That's right.
Gave us a little upgrade
so
kit
cool you
for
could
the-
remember his name.
Yeah, he gave us an upgrade kit for the SkyPod.
Yeah.
Oh,
Andy's very expensive SkyPod.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And it's much better. It's got like ball bearings and little extra like thicker detent handles or whatever they are, and it was actually very good.
Just helps you deploy those legs a bit quicker. And
I didn't catch his
Did it
name,
help you, Andy?
but I did get.
Nah, not really. Well, no, there were definitely situations where it's a double pull SkyPod, and
We're back to the video, the MDT videos.
Have you seen me like 8 pull like one they did for April Fool's Day?
yeah. But there were definitely
matches.
there were definitely situations where if you didn't have a SkyPod, you were going to struggle to get the elevation and
Okay.
stuff. So yeah, I lashed out. Thought it was going to be a good deal, rather cheap to get it in the States. Turned out I probably spent the same sort of money over there as I would here, but that's okay.
Okay.
Here's
And
what
then
it is.
waited 3 weeks to get it.
Yeah, it was a dilemma.
Okay. Very good.
But our fine listener of very high standing
Yep.
gave us a SkyPod upgrade kit from CrossTac, if anyone's interested.
You've screwed up that name as well.
It's not the only thing I'll screw up tonight.
What have you got planned afterwards? All right. They're the coolest people you met, or some of the coolest people met, and everyone you didn't name but who's now listening because they met you is now like, well, great. Glad I was on the radar.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Do you want to do a general, like lots of people, like, you enjoyed yourself and they're all lovely people?
No, let's just
No,
defend
okay, all right.
everybody.
Fair enough.
but-
Hey, guys, I tried. If you're watching and you met these guys while they're there, I tried.
We had 2 listeners.
Yeah,
We're about as good at podcasting as we are at shooting, okay?
Yeah, and interacting with people, it seems.
that's
that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's delve into the shooting then. That's probably enough time spent on that, actually.
Yeah,
And roll the
We've
outro.
covered all the highlights, yeah.
So you landed in, let me see if I can remember, you went to Utah
Yes.
and you stayed with the Alpha guys or near the Alpha guys or in proximity, or you stayed in Utah. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
We did. We stayed in Salt Lake.
Yep.
We lucked into
How did you like Salt Lake?
It was brilliant.
Did you try and buy booze?
We did.
We did. It turns out they're all owned by the state. And
Yep.
you have to have a passport, which neither of us had.
No.
Andy, can you stop putting your feet on the headphone cable?
Hey, wait, don't pull on mine.
Remember that whole we're not good at podcasts? It's proving very true.
Okay.
Right.
Now I can hear again.
So we went to the state liquor store. I mean,
Yes.
Walmart doesn't count because you can buy everything at Walmart. We went to the state-owned liquor store that was only open from about 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. or something
checks
like
out.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We walked in and the guy's like, "Have you got a passport?" We're like, "Not here."
No.
We're like, "Well, how do I know you're over 18?" We're like,
Take a wild guess.
You could open your eyes.
Wouldn't it be 21?
21.
Wouldn't it be 21?
Yeah. And we're just there going, don't know.
Yeah, not sure. Yeah, I mean, I was born in the 80s, so that maybe counts. And he's like, "Oh man, like I really should see a passport." I'm like, "What about a photo of a passport? Would that be okay?" "No, I need to see the real passport." "Okay." I'm like, "We've got an Asian child in the car that's over 21. He's got his passport with him. Can he come in?" He's like, "It's all right."
What a racist. Okay.
Yeah. Story checks out.
Didn't want to see the Asian guy.
Nope, did not.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, harsh. All right.
So yeah, buying booze in Salt Lake was
It's an interesting experience,
It is.
isn't it?
What we did find that was really good, or I really enjoyed, was not alcohol related, but coffee related, different stimulant.
Oh, now we go. Yep.
Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Mhm.
They put coffee in a can,
Mhm.
and it's amazing.
Mm.
It has way more milligrams of caffeine than you should drink in a day.
Yes.
So I drank 2 of them every day.
Mm.
It was good.
It was good.
Well, it's because the coffee over there is so bad.
It's the best we could find.
No, their coffee was actually okay, but every other coffee we found Starbucks. It was like
Once.
no, we went there because it was the most drinkable of all the coffees we tried.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure we've talked about coffee in the US on this podcast, but
That was a short-lived conversation.
yeah. I went this year in January, and we went with Porter from Porter Machine Works.
Yep.
Got off the plane. He's like, "All right, we're going to find some coffee." I'm like, "Okay, good luck, lads." I went down to some looking little, like, you know, looks some promise, some like sort of Melbourne-esque vibes. You know, like, yeah, okay, this little sort of, you know, not a back alley, which is the first mistake, but I went in there, and they're like, "Do you want one?" I'm like, "I'll give one a go." We got our coffees. Got back in the car, and about an hour and a half later, we got out of the car, you know, wherever we'd been, and Porter like went to grab the cup of mine, and he's like, "Oh, did you not drink it?" I'm like, "I had a sip." Yeah, not a fan.
Yeah.
So
It was a bit of a shock starting off getting there going, "Oh, this is a bit rough," but I don't know, over the time I just sort of pushed through it. I was just getting on the hot brews, dark roast hot brew.
They were atrocious. I don't know how you're drinking them.
It was okay.
Starting to understand why the shooting didn't go so well now.
Yeah. But no, we got some accommodation in a little suburb called Cottonwood Heights in Salt Lake City. And it's a nice part of town, as it turns out.
Mm-hmm.
We went for a wander in the mornings, well, the first week until we got lazy.
Yep. Got bored of that.
It lasted that long.
And there was just
impressed.
like caravans and side-by-sides and all sorts of stuff just on trailers or whatever it might be in people's driveways, no padlocks, no locks, no nothing. We're like, this must be a good part of town.
Yeah. Yeah. Or very generous, one of the two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was quite nice. Like, all the people we did meet were really friendly, really happy to have a chat.
Except the TSA lady at Dallas.
Yeah.
Well, tears comes with the jobs.
Yeah. But didn't really run into any dodginess.
Mm-hmm.
Not where we were, but some people did.
Okay.
Oh,
The
yeah.
2 boys. Yeah. That's all right.
Now, we talking about that, or we just letting that one drift?
Well, I don't want to steal their story, but it's a good one.
Well, they can talk about it on their podcast.
We
Yeah,
should almost have called them and got them to tell the story.
Yeah,
Those boys can tell the story.
It's a good story.
Yep.
It's a good story.
It sounds really good
What's
coming
the-
from them.
In Fast and the Furious, what's that town that...
We seem to have gone sideways real quick.
no,
Okay.
wait, what was the name of the town?
I'll have to look it up. Start with a D.
What's
Didn't
it?
it?
B?
Basto.
Bairstow.
Bairstow.
Bairstow. So yeah, one of the Fast and Furious movies, they talk about a little town called Bairstow.
I've been through Bairstow.
Right.
Yeah, twice.
Well, two of our compatriots stayed there for one night. may have been their first time.
What a thrill of a place to go. Yeah.
They nearly got mugged.
Yeah.
I think, at a service station.
Yeah.
And then there was quite a bit of activity out the front of their hotel room that they were concerned about.
Yep.
They didn't have any ammo for their rifle, but they slept with their rifles unboxed next to their bed.
Yep.
I guess to use as a bat.
I think their car got sideswiped while they were sleeping.
Yeah, right.
Bit rough.
They tell it better than us.
Yep.
Well, wouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
So went from Utah. No, you shot a match in Utah, didn't you?
We did. Down in Price. Nut Crusher.
Nut Crusher. That's a cool little matchbook.
Wait, we've jumped way ahead.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, sorry.
What about all the load development and testing we did?
Oh yeah, we went and
beforehand?
found there was like they have a range there that's got tunnels that you can do load dev in.
Underground 100-yard tunnel.
Yeah, but you guys went on to Fast and Furious, so I had to like bring us back onto something related to the. No, you're right. Let's carry on. Back to the coffee. How bad was it?
It was atrocious.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
All right.
I tried adding cream. That wasn't too bad.
No, that was rough after.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It was a bit
Okay, I'm going to leave that story alone.
black tart issues.
Let's.
What was it? Salted caramel or something, was it? I tried a salted caramel
I
and pump.
didn't taste.
didn't taste. Just straight down.
Yeah.
Okay. So, while you're staying in Utah and obviously, thinking about stealing a side-by-side or a caravan, you decided to go do some load development.
We did.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Pretty good. Well, I flew over with 250 rounds, but I still had to do a bit of load development and stuff. Working up a load with virgin brass and 109s. It was pretty good. We had all the equipment we could ever hope for at Alpha. You had fun.
Hey,
I
plus
have to talk now, right,
remember the bit where you said, you've jumped ahead heaps, and then so we went back to cover off the bit you want to talk about, and then you just said nothing.
I was just waiting for Andy to elaborate,
finish.
and then
Okay.
he did not.
Okay. Yeah, you should know this.
Yeah. So we found this, and there is a gun range literally every 10 minutes over there.
Yeah.
They all have indoor ranges, and you can hire ARs and pistols and shotguns and all sorts of cool stuff.
Yep.
And we found one that had a 100-yard underground range in a tunnel,
Perfect.
which is very cool.
Mm.
Shooting with brakes in an underground tunnel, not so cool.
Yeah, that was
cool.
that was a bit rough.
Is
Yeah.
after about 30 shots, like eyes, ears, everything
Yep.
hurts.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But there was no mirage because it was like 35 degrees outside. There was no wind. We did some pretty good load dev, pretty quick actually.
Yeah, okay.
You can eliminate all of the environmentals.
Yep.
It was good.
Yeah.
Your rifle shot, very good.
Yep. It's probably, it's not the rifle's fault.
So what were you running? What obviously Alpha brass because you were staying with Alpha, so that was
Correct,
part,
yes.
part of the deal. Produce?
109 hybrids.
Yep.
Yeah, I ran the 135 unobtainium hybrids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think worst groups we shot were like 0.3 inch sort of.
Yeah.
All the projectiles will be available at Scoped Out next year.
Oh, I heard a rumor.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah, coming soon. Anyway, okay, so those and powder, we're using the branded over there powder.
Varget.
Varget.
And whatever 2209 is over there, 4350 I think, H4350.
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good.
Everything worked good.
CCI,
Well, that
BR4s.
was worth coming back to. Yep.
It was,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
Good.
No,
It was the
it was
highlight of the shooting trip.
But it was pretty cool. So you go to this this range. You walk in. They've got all the the back shelf and the wall just scattered with all sorts of guns you can hire and buy.
With
hire
loaded magazines right next to them.
Yeah,
Yep.
ready
Yep,
to
good
go.
yeah.
Checks out. Yeah.
We go
Not
down.
embarrassed though.
We go down in this underground tunnel, do our load development, and we come up and the guys are asking, "Oh, what are you shooting?" And asking about what cartridges we shoot, and of course our sport to them is completely foreign. So
Yep.
we're like 6 BRA, 25 Creed, and they're like, "What's that?" They're all used to their AR sort of ammo and handgun ammo stuff, and then they saw a couple of our groups and they were like, "Oh, I sort of forgot what they
No,
said
they're like,
with that."
did you do those at 25 yards?
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Nope.
No, 100 yard. I'm like, "Oh,
That's crazy. And then they gave us a safety lesson.
Okay.
oh yeah,
We did the wrong thing. We didn't unbag our guns on the firing line.
on the bench, yep."
Bloody rookies.
I know.
Yeah, tell
To
me
these
about it. It was
Australians.
rough getting a lesson on gun safety from an American.
Gosh, all right. Yep.
But that,
It's
that
very
was
hard,
cool.
but we also saw the bullet holes in the roof of where we were trying to shoot, so I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Fair enough.
that was a good spot. We probably went there probably 5 or 6 times, I think.
Oh, right.
Over
Yeah,
the,
okay.
Over the
Yeah, we did.
whole
we
trip.
went and did the first round of testing, and then went back and did a bit more loading, and went back and
They start sort of giving you a bit more run of the range as you went there.
Yeah, a little bit less concern when we walk
Yep.
in, and
Yep.
then when you walk out, and they're like, "Can we see the target second time round?" And they're like, "They're all just dots." So like one shot groups, you're like, "No, no, they are not."
That's 13 shots, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they were pretty good actually.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Very good.
That was good fun. And of course, we took 2 barrels each. So we were, oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you took,
Yeah, I
yep.
did.
So again, full lot of load development for the other barrel. And
Okay. So you load deved each barrel sort of in the
Yep.
lead up to it so you could swing them on
Yeah,
and
yeah.
off when needed to.
And
Okay.
it was quite interesting seeing the difference. I thought that would be more similar in the powder charge or velocities that it wanted, but I
Did
think I
not.
was loading about 0.4 different between the barrels, and one barrel
Okay.
was definitely quicker than the other.
Mine shot same load.
Just
Well,
a little
there
bit.
you go.
Just put your arms up there, Flushy.
Flex.
A little
That's
bit of
that's because I
flex.
use quality components,
Oh,
quality
geez,
barrels,
rough.
all of the things. Yeah.
Right. Are we allowed to
Good work,
move on
Sonny.
to crushing your nuts there, Plushy?
Oh, we crushed my nuts. Yeah.
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 So onto the nut crusher, the first of the matches you shot.
Yep.
It's a cool little matchbook.
Yeah.
How was it? Where was this?
It was good. So down in Price, what was it, about 2-hour drive?
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Not far away. Yep.
Out in the open, a very field style sort of match.
Mm-hmm.
The first day, we were, I guess, separated into areas, and there'd be a group of stages within that area.
Yep.
But I don't know if you can see the range template there.
That one there.
Yep.
Yep. That no one else can see.
Yep.
Yep.
But
Now they can.
Yeah. Sort of.
but it was, I don't know. We sort of realized, was it on the Friday? We were driving around, going, "Hang on, we're driving down this road, and there are people right there."
We were driving in the fallout zone of an Australian range. Yeah.
Yeah. Like people, if they like angled like 15, 20 degrees and took a shot, would be pretty close to it. Yeah, it was just crazy, but
Yep.
It was very
That's
cool.
cool.
Like that range was amazing to shoot at.
it was.
It had a 100-yard, a 600-yard, and a 1,000-yard sort of square range like we'd have in Australia.
Yep.
Mhm.
See that
And then
there?
they just had a cowboy town where they had a whole bunch of
Mhm.
cowboy shoot houses, and then just targets everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
So they don't take the targets down
No.
after the match. They stay up all year, every
Yep.
year. So you go back year after year, and you get the course of fire is different, but the targets are roughly in the same place. So you get to get a bit of a feel for where they are.
Hmm.
But that range would not exist in Australia.
Yeah.
No
Like
way.
we were shooting in fallout zone and stuff like that, and it was
Yep.
like if somebody picks up the wrong target and decides to shoot at the wrong target that's off the range or something like that, it's going to land like where other people are shooting and stuff like that. So it was a little bit of an interesting experience. It wasn't like
No.
concerning.
Never
but-
felt unsafe.
no, not
but
at all. I think they've from the stories we've heard until we got there.
Until we got there.
Well, until we got there, yeah, then things went south. No, the safety's come a long way. I think,
Okay.
Yes.
Things have
So there
improved.
was like chamber flags were mandatory.
Mhm.
Most people put chamber flags in.
Yep.
I had an interesting discussion with someone in my squad because I walked up to the gun. I'm like, "Oh, your bolt's closed." He's like, "Yeah, I know. It's sandy out." I'm like, "Cool, your bolt's closed," and opened it. And I'm like, "Maybe you put a chamber flag in there or something." And he's like, "No." I'm like, "No, that's not how."
Mhm.
Well, they were very clear about this. Like chamber flags must be in. He's like, "I'm just going to keep shutting that," and I'm like, "I'm going to keep opening it." And then we kind of agreed that maybe the chamber flag should be in there, and then that was how it ended up.
Did you agree that? And he kind of went, yeah, okay.
Oh,
This
no, I
Australian's
just-
not shutting
I
up.
just, I just sort of went, well, bolt's open.
Got your bolt.
Yeah, that's right. Bolt into my hand. You can't shoot without this. Yoink.
Let me know when you next shoot her up. I'll give it back to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
She's
pretty
over
cool.
there to
It's-
enforce the law, right?
That's it.
Speaking
Yeah.
of gun safety, I witnessed. Well, I didn't actually witness. I witnessed the aftermath.
Mm.
You witnessed it.
I witnessed it.
That I've never quite experienced this, and I've felt like doing it many times. One of the guys was having a little bit of a rough trot on the stage, and it was hot, and
It was near the
end
end.
of the day, and
Yep.
had
Nuts
enough
were
and stuff.
crushed.
Nuts
Yep.
had been crushed.
Yep.
Mid stage had a feeding issue. Couldn't close the bolt. Proceeded to throw his rifle down the range.
Mm.
Yep.
Mid stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Didn't realise you were there, Josh.
yeah,
I just thought I'd make a cameo.
he got an impressive amount of distance out of that rifle as well. Like it was a solid 10, 14.
Wonder if he
14,
does
13
load
meters.
dev on the road on the rifle.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that happened, and then they sort of ejected a livey and mag and stuff, and went, well, obviously you're not going to be shooting anymore.
Ever.
And then I watched him argue with the match director. I'm like, I don't know how this is going to go.
I've got a fair idea.
Obviously, his match got ended.
Mm-hmm.
But to his credit, he apologised to the entire squad, said that was not appropriate, and then proceeded to rock up the next day and spot the entire day.
Oh, okay.
Lots of people, I think, would have gone home. And
Most would, yeah.
most would have. And we all said at the end of the day, like, yeah, maybe you had a bit of a rough trot on Saturday and did something you regret, but in my eyes, you made up for it on Sunday.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Acknowledge it and own it.
That's
Learn
it.
from it. Okay.
So-
And I definitely got even closer to doing the same thing on Sunday.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, but you definitely wouldn't have been there on Monday's
Oh,
spotting.
dear.
We'll get there. But yeah, so like,
No, I think we're here now.
Let's go back. No, let's not.
Back to the range to development. What colour were the side by sides that you could know?
But there was a stage I started to film and then I stopped about 40 or 50 seconds in. I was like,
Amateur.
I should stop filming
I don't know.
now.
How
That's
do
when you film
describe-
more.
How
You
do you,
get closer to the face.
yeah, how do you describe finding targets in this match? So you've got like
Well, you don't because you didn't.
they're basically you've got like 180 degrees of pan available to you out to a kilometre.
Yep.
And then in there will be like 6 targets, 3 of which apply to your stage. And there's no placards or anything to identify the targets. There's just a target in a tree or, next to a tree or something like that.
Well, there's a tree to identify it.
Well, that's right. But there's also 3,000 other trees to identify as well.
Okay.
So
Pick
you're
the
kind
right
of like-
tree.
Yeah. So you're like, you have
any
to have,
got any
the tall
photos?
one.
you've got to have like a treasure map of how to find each target.
Yeah.
Do you got photos, Josh? Apparently you got photos
You got,
Of the tree?
of the tree.
No, just photos of. I'm pretty sure there'd be photos of hills.
I didn't
Just Google photos of hills and put them up
I
and we'll
didn't
talk
send you
about it.
I didn't send you the photos. I actually started marking where the targets were in the photos I took, and you.
This is what we were supposed to do before we started.
Oh,
We were too busy
yeah.
eating sushi and
Did we
drinking.
say how bad we are at podcasting?
No, we probably should cover that.
So yeah, you'll have to find like there's a pile of rocks and a dead tree and something else you have to triangulate your target with.
Yep.
Look, a hill.
That's-
There you go. All right.
Hey.
Is that the range?
That was just like one stage.
Yeah.
But isn't that was the
That's-
correct rate? He didn't just put up like a random
No, that
Google.
was the range.
Go back.
Oh, that was
Go
the
back. I don't
yeah,
know.
that was it.
For those watching.
No, that was World Championship.
That was World
Yeah.
Champ. But
that wasn't Nut
similar.
Crusher.
You
Very
said a
similar.
photo of a hill? Photo of a hill.
Similar.
more-
It was
It
similar.
was more of a cliff.
So, but you have like there'll be 3 targets you have to find. And you have to triangulate each one.
You'd be
from-
horrible at GeoGuessr.
So you got to remember, like there'll be like 8 rocks that you have to shoot off, and they're all about kneeling height, which is awkward. So you got to remember which of the 3 of the 8 rocks you're allowed to shoot off, and then where all of your target positions are in the target order. And if you forget any of those things, you just get stuck, and you've
Yeah.
got nowhere to go. We got stuck.
You got stuck.
Yeah,
So-
got stuck.
So yeah, we actually first time I've had to do it is draw maps of where targets are, and then have like your data card on your wrist and a little
With your
map.
maps. Yeah.
And it was like you got the hill, target 1, 2, little valley, rock thingies.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane.
Oh, that was the one with the buffalo right at the back, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that stage.
Okay.
I
Can't
did
remember where the
shit.
targets are. But
What's
yeah.
what's your favourite
There was
stage
a-
from
there
this
was a-
match?
There was a raccoon all over there that I couldn't find.
Oh, you couldn't find target
No, I
4?
couldn't find the raccoon.
Didn't pan enough or pan too much?
Check
I
the bin.
can't remember.
Okay. Favourite stage from a nut crusher? One that either crushed your nuts the most or you dragged your balls across?
Interesting.
Actually,
There was some good ones. Like there was a.
Why did you giggle so much, Andy?
Andy reran the stage at the club match on the weekend and made an absolute cluster of it.
oh come on,
There was like a stage where you had
another map.
4. I think you had 4 KOL targets, and there was 3 arrays of 4 targets.
Mm.
And it started out on the first array, and if you hit it, you moved right, so 1 target smaller. And if you missed it, you stayed on the biggest one at the next distance. And if you hit the next one, you moved to the right to the smaller one. And if you missed, you moved to the left to a larger target.
Yep.
Pretty simple.
Following? You
Andy
following?
did not make it simple.
I just wrote it down as it was in here, but obviously I missed something. But that's all right. That's probably
'cause
why.
that was
Did
the
you-
stage
did
where
you
we
miss the
got to, and they
targets?
said, "Don't worry about how it's written in the book. This is how you got to do it."
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed
And
that.
so
bit.
everyone there was on the side of a mountain,
Pink
and
stick.
everyone's got their double pull sky pods
Yep.
because that's what you need.
Mm.
And they're like panning, but the pan going up and down the hill between the targets was huge.
Mm.
And they said you had to shoot between this rock and this rock, and I rocked up. See what I did?
I got it. Yeah, you're good at
Um,
podcasting.
And
Ha! Funny.
I said to the stage officer, I'm like, would it be okay if I just put a bag on this one rock that I have to shoot inside of? And he's like, well, you can, but you won't hit anything. It's like, why? Because can I not see the targets? He's like, oh yeah, they get down to 1 MOA and they're out to like 900 meters or something like that. I'm like, no, we got this. That's okay. Like, am I allowed to? He's like, yeah, sure. And I cleaned it. And he's like, how? And I'm like, oh, we shoot at really little targets back home. Like, when MOA is not really a small target at home. And that was probably one of my better stages.
That's the one to talk about.
That's
Andy,
good.
what about you? Your Coyotes and Roadrunners.
Yeah, well, one of the stages I liked was one that Plushy didn't like.
Perfect.
Well, it was a good stage. Just
It
couldn't
was-
find the targets.
It was a good stage. I liked it, but it just sort of destroyed Plushy. He couldn't find one of the targets. Got a bit stuck on one, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You're not going to tell us about it? You just
No, just
cool. This is the one I liked. Yeah.
I think there was 4 positions in total. 3 rocks,
I don't know. I didn't get past the first one.
Number of positions are 3. Number of targets are 4.
Yep, and then you had to shoot some foxes and then a little roadrunner target. There you go.
Coyotes. Yep.
Cool. That's pretty
I can see why
self-explanatory.
I can see why you did well.
I do podcast well.
That was a rough stage because you spent the whole day. I shot first on that one, and there was only like 8 people in your squad or 9 people in your squad. It was small squad, so
They
you
hustle.
constantly felt rushed.
They hustle.
Yeah.
There were 12 round stages, and you did 10 stages a day, so
Yep.
it was
Okay.
busy. And I like target, got it.
Yeah.
Go down to shoot. Shot the first one. Shot the second one. No worries. Got to the third one. I'm like, it's not there. I'm like, I've got all my landmarks. I'm like, it's not there, and I took my zoom back so I could get a bit more sight picture. I'm like, followed went back and like, it's there. Should be there. It's not there. And I sort of looked at the stage officer and I was like, can I yield this position and just move to the next one? He's like, silence. You're like, well, I guess that's a no. I'm like, okay. I just kept looking and spent about a minute and 50 seconds looking for the target that wasn't there. And then I was like, okay, time's off. I'm like, it should be there. And I just wound my zoom in. And I'd taken my zoom back too far and the target was in a shadow. And I'd gone too far back. And it just wasn't, it was there, but it wasn't, wasn't visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when I nearly threw my rifle off the cliff.
We found there's definitely a sweet spot. We found that the hard way, but there's a sweet spot in your magnification. You can't be too far in, obviously, where you'll easily lose things. But then, obviously not too far out where you just can't see it.
Can't see it.
When they're at like 600-700 yards.
Learned that lesson a bit on the first day where you're looking through your tripod and you're like, oh yeah, that's cool. Got this target, got that target. Next one, fine.
Yep.
Went down to shoot,
Oh,
and the slightest elevation change, the hill that was in between that had all your reference points on it is now gone.
Yep.
And then everything was totally different, and you just completely lost finding targets on the clock.
You had to glass your targets from each position.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
It was good. Like I thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it, but it was the toughest match I've ever shot.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like not.
I've
for,
seen you shoot some tough matches as well.
Yeah, it was,
They
and
were
it
just
wasn't
tough for you.
I think my takeaway. Well, actually, there's 2 things I was really happy about. I didn't miss a first round impact all weekend, so my initial win calls were good.
Nice.
So I was very happy about that.
Nicely done.
And I only took, what was the match? 250 rounds. It was a 250 round match over 2 days, which is a lot. I only took about 180 something shots of the 250 available, so I didn't take a lot of shots. I got 150 odd points. So what I found, I hit mostly.
Yep.
Yep.
So that was my takeaway. It was just I couldn't find targets was my problem.
Yep.
Got it.
And then the second day not being around your vehicles. So first day you travelled with your vehicles, you had all your gear and snacks and whatever you wanted in your car.
Mm-hmm. Second no snacks. Oh wait, you're going to tell me day 2.
There's a video of us walking up a hill to the second day.
Oh, yeah.
With
And
all
then
of our
Way to
gear in
narrow it
hands.
down there, Plushy.
and there's a
You'll know when you look at the video. Oh no,
This is what I'm looking at, just for your reference.
is it the one on the top right? Not sure.
We'll find out.
You talk, I'll look.
You find there's a video of us walking up. It's not even that far. It's probably all of nope. Oh, we can talk about that stage later.
Is that a Nutcrusher stage? Or
Yep,
that's
that's a Nutcrusher
Oh,
stage.
let's talk about that now.
Is that one?
But-
Yes, this was an
Do you want to talk about the
interesting
Nutcrusher
Yeah.
stage? It was just up.
Yeah, let's
This
do
one.
that because it's right there. So this is we're for those who are listening, we're going to watch a stage. So this will be fun.
Oh, this
for
is
you.
Andy. Is this Andy shooting? This is on.
Oh,
this is on the
yes,
fast forward
hyperlapse.
stage. Yeah.
Yep.
Hyperlapse. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
good.
talk us through the stage really quickly. Go.
So
Go, Andy.
So they used, surprisingly,
Quicker.
they used a few,
Stage is over.
Yeah, a few natural barricades like rocks is fine, but trees. And I often wondered to myself, what happens if the tree branch snaps? Like, what do people do after that? Because then your
They
stage
shoot from the ground
and
I
your
guess.
position is completely different.
Yeah.
But
Did it happen?
not that I saw.
Okay.
But yeah, but
Not as strong as you think you are.
well, I was pretty careful putting the barrier down because I didn't want to.
Didn't want to be the guy.
the one that breaks the barricade.
Okay.
Nope.
But yeah,
Oh, there's the tunnel.
Oh, we
the tunnel.
got a footage of the tunnel. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
No guarantees about what might be said on the video.
I just show it live. It'll
Oh yeah, did the audience get the sound as well?
I
be- What you can hear, they can hear.
many
Okay,
of
cool.
the audience only got the sound.
mirage?
Definitely not.
Actually, it literally is like a bench, and then there's just like this water pipe, big water pipe
Oh,
going
a
down.
bouncy bench, as we found out.
Oh,
on
yes.
one side or the other, yeah.
Yeah,
What'd you guys do to it?
we tried.
You got a tiny little room. You got
We need
locked
one of
in
these
them.
at home.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like solitary confinement with a range.
Yeah, so tiny little room, and like if you stood near the back of the room, your eyes would just feel the concussion.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you'd come back and you'd feel it in your eyeballs. It was really weird. But yeah, so day 2, you're pretty much hiking with all your gear,
Yep.
all the water, your snacks, all your ammo, everything you need. It's on your back. Thank God for the OBI rifle carrying
Oh, they were
system.
good. Yes.
OBI stuff is really good.
What are we watching here, gents?
That's a stage run where I didn't hit many first up.
Oh, let's watch that.
Oh, let's go.
So the tree was
Is this
really
in
shaky.
hyperlapse as well?
This is
Yeah.
early on Saturday morning. I put my gun down and it just would not settle on the tree branch. It
Tri-
just had a little bit of up and down.
Looking back at it, there were so many positions we should have tripod rear, but
right.
you either like
There was-
there was I think I only saw one person tripod rear that, and then you just walk forwards and leave your tripod there.
I think we were just like
We didn't think about it.
constantly rushed because the turnover was so quick.
Yeah.
But we didn't have time to break it down like potentially we normally would.
Mm.
So I ran this stage particularly badly to start with.
Yep.
And I know I got to the last position, which was off of a rock, and I put my gun down. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not wobbling.
Yeah, yeah.
I looked at my
This
I looked
rock's
at-
solid.
I looked at my watch and I was like, oh, 15 seconds to go.
Mm.
I was like, oh, mag change required because I'm out of rounds. So I completed a mag change and then proceeded to hit the next 4 targets.
Yeah.
Inside, well, no, the last shot was like 120.33 or 32 or something like that. And I argued with the stage officer, but he would not give me the impact.
Yeah, right.
Didn't hit much off this one either. That was wobbly. You wouldn't think that's wobbly, but it was.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we're off
Actually, no, like
branches.
800 meters or something like that. So
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a decent distance, yeah.
Fair enough. Giving your own commentary.
Yeah, just breaking bad shots, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, there you get one.
Wait.
Not that one.
Not
No,
impact, yeah.
Okay,
Not
good.
impact.
Well, it's going well.
It's okay. We only get to the last 15 seconds. It'll be okay.
There you go, another one. Oh, yeah, a little bit of a... Oh, there's a bit of dust around.
It's at this point
Oh,
here where
okay.
he goes, ooh,
Oh, hang on. This is
No
solid.
change required.
Super Mario
right.
time.
If there's 15 seconds of video you're going to watch. Oh, cleared it, failed
Clear the-
feed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
That was my stage officer wanting to give me the point.
Oh,
Amazing.
good. We haven't seen
yeah,
you
it's a-
walking yet. There's a walking video.
Where is the
It's-
walking video? Come on, Josh. You have one job.
Well, we've got the photo up there with the
Do you
sun.
know how many things you didn't send me?
No, I put them all in Dropbox and they did not upload.
That's a you problem because I told you they didn't.
That's an iPhone problem.
Is that all the stuff that I put up? No.
This is the combination of both of your stuff.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
We've got the photo of us in the sunset. That's the morning sunrise.
Oh,
There
That's
you go.
cute.
Yeah, I know.
there we go. Look at
Isn't
you
that
boys
cute?
go. All right.
That's
Well,
that was at the top.
Plushy
That was,
wasn't,
hang on,
Plushy
that
wasn't
was,
lying.
that was at the top of the hill.
It was blue.
It was a blue
It
side by
was blue.
side.
Do I
Yeah,
have
okay.
to, do I have
Hang
to
on.
send it to you again?
I like this one. You look so impressed. Such a happy face.
There's a lot of dust in the face.
Absolutely covered in dust.
Yeah. I'm glad I did not put oil in my beard that day.
All right, Josh, have you got your phone handy? I'll send it to you.
All right. So I want to move on from the Nut Crusher because we're only on like day 4 of your trip or something.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Are we allowed to? No, I'll have to check in with Plushy. Are we allowed to move on?
Well, we should talk about Andy went quite well in Nut Crusher.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Let's
thanks,
talk
man.
about that.
You did. That's the highlight of your trip.
Was that it? Where'd you finish?
17th.
Out
overall.
of?
Was that 70
80
or 80?
90? Yeah.
Or 80,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was up there.
Yep. Plushy, where did you finish?
Like 30 something.
Okay. Pretty crap then.
Basically, yeah. But
We switched roles later on.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good to know you shared it around a bit.
the locals being Americans said this is probably one of the hardest matches you'll shoot, so we felt a little bit better about ourselves.
Yeah. Righto.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Aaron got in.
Were they just saying that to make us? Who are the other
Yep.
Australians shot this match?
There will be a photo of us all up there, but I think Aaron got
there's
50.
the video.
Oh, there's
Oh, here's the
All
video
right.
of you guys
Here we
walking
go.
up the hill.
Carried video.
Tripods and chairs and guns and
Yep.
everything.
Oh, okay.
We bought little seats over there, which day 2 plushie.
Just take that at the top and see how I feel.
All right. Start of the day.
And then that's
After the
Tom
walk.
Donaldson walking down from Alpha Munitions. Tom stage officered the whole weekend.
Yeah. Good
On
on
you, Tom. Yeah, so you remember his name. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
It only takes about a week for it to really settle.
Nice. Where's the photo of all the Aussies at this match?
fifth one in at the top.
Oh, yeah, with the red background?
Red
That
back.
one?
Yep. So that was all the.
Oh, yeah, so a few crew from.
Oh, and some other international people.
Oh, okay.
Was it Germany?
They did like top 3 international trophies for this match.
Yeah.
That was really nice of them.
Yep.
Nice.
So I think Ash and Luke got up there pretty
Yep.
high.
Yeah, pretty
Aaron got 15th. So
Okay.
good on him.
Yeah.
I reckon Ash might have finished 2nd or 3rd, didn't he? Lucas like
Oh, I think he
4th or
did.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, like those two went very well.
Brilliant.
Actually, they went very well the whole trip,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I don't know how they do it on the amount of sleep that they apparently don't get. But
Okay.
anyway.
Well, speaking of no sleep, move on from the Nut Crusher, right?
All right.
Sure.
Okay. We went back to some load development and working out which side by side to steal.
Now we went and did a training course to learn how to shoot.
And then I was getting to the training course.
Right. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Just back it up a little bit.
Okay.
So-
Yes, slow down, Plushy. Slow down. Training course, great. And then after that?
Nothing
Go.
important.
Nothing important. Tell us
No,
about
we
training
went,
course.
At that point, we went
How was
and found,
JTAC?
we went and found some public land. So over in Utah or lots of places in the States, they call it BLM land, which I don't know what that stands for.
Black Lives Matter.
Well,
It's probably not where you shoot, but okay.
Oh, you're talking about the public land. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, public land acts. You can just rock up in certain.
The Bureau of Land Management?
That's it.
Is that legit it?
I think so.
Yeah, nice.
They you just rock up and put some targets out, and you can go and do whatever you need to do.
Okay.
You can't use tannerite, as we've found out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So this is in between Nut Crusher and the training
Yeah, we
course?
did some,
Yep.
we did it
Yeah.
before Nut Crusher as well, but we just
Okay.
forgot to talk about
Yeah.
it.
Okay, good. Is that because Andy kept the notes?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
but, yeah, no, it was pretty cool. We had some early mornings, got out there, put up some targets. Yeah, it was very nice.
No, we were good. Those guns they were hammering.
Yeah.
We were shooting like just one bag off a rock, and we were stacking some pretty impressive groups at a K.
Yeah, sick.
Very, very impressive groups actually.
It's amazing what you can do when you're not rushed. There's
Yeah, you put the timer on beep, and it's just like wrong target. Like, hang on, there's only one target out there.
All right. So let's carry through to the training session. So you made your way down to Falbor Precision?
We did.
Yep. How did you get there? You flew down
Yeah, we flew.
to Dallas?
We caught a plane to Dallas.
Yep.
And we drove up.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a 3-hour drive? 4-hour drive?
Something like that. We went via a gun shop on the way and
Oh, yeah.
considered shooting a minigun,
Oh,
Yes.
and then saw the $800 Australian price tag and went, no, thank you.
yeah. Fair enough.
Like 150 rounds or something like that. We're like, it's going to be a couple of seconds and
Very,
we're done.
yeah. A lot of noise, a lot of money.
There's
see
better ways to spend
consistent
$800 in a couple of seconds.
See,
Yeah.
consistent. Plushy. Okay, carry on.
Um,
Made your way up to her there.
yeah. So then
Hang
we,
out with some rad dudes.
yeah. So right out,
We ran out.
Sick.
Hung
Oh,
out
I'm
with-
glad it was a good time.
hung out with the rad dudes. We got the Austins, two
It's better
Austins.
than ratting out with the hung dudes.
Yes, the JTAC course. So we start like day one. Sort of started off as like a theory thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember all their names. It was obviously Jay.
Who?
Was it Jay?
Jay.
No,
Justin.
Justin. Good.
I wrote some notes.
The two Austins, and then there was
Was Tate there?
Tate.
Was Tate there?
No, Tate was not there.
no.
No, we had Justin, we had the Austins, we had Clay.
Clay. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So a bit quick theory sort of thing in the morning. I think the whole what was the other team that was there?
The Lithuanian team.
Lithuanian team. Yeah.
Right.
They were cool to hang out with. They're a good bunch of guys.
Okay.
Yeah, their full Lithuanian team was there.
Mhm.
And then there was a few other American people. Just
There was some Australians, there were some expats there.
oh, there were. Yep.
Nigel, and hang on, I wrote his name down.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, look.
I wrote
nice.
his name down, but not the guy that listens to our podcast.
That's nice of you.
Yeah.
Nigel and come on, where is it? No, it's in my book. Not in my
Oh.
notes on my phone.
Oh, see, just failed on that one. All right.
Oh, you guys are only half 50%.
They were banana benders, so it didn't count. They didn't learn how to shoot. That's why they were a training course.
Right.
Takes one, no one. Right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's why
Yeah,
we were
okay.
there too.
Did you learn anything, gentlemen?
Yeah, I mean, we picked up a few hints, a few bits and pieces that we hadn't really thought of or tried.
Care to share?
And some, well,
No, we paid money for that. If you want to know, you can approach us and we'll charge you money for that.
Where did you finish over there?
Higher than Josh.
thank you.
Oh, that's a bit rough on Josh.
But
It takes time to
The actual Josh that went over and shot. But it's a bit
yeah,
rough.
I mean, there was things that we talked about in terms of win reading and
Mhm.
stage prep and stuff that was like, yep, that's good confirmation that they do that sort of stuff as well. But then
Yep.
also the way that they lay out their data cards and the way that they work wind.
Mhm.
or create a path to follow, I
What
should
are you
say.
talking about? Austin just gets up to shoot and the wind stops blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you work wind.
Yeah.
I
So-
just control it.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
is this like an X-Men training course? Is this what?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What do we get? What's her name? Storm. You just get Storm to like.
Just
feel
chill.
free to-
Chill.
you
Yeah.
think.
just chill out.
Um,
Yeah, and what else? A couple of positional stuff or ways to manipulate the rifle that, they do that sort of we used to do, but it's, slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
It would be good in some situations, but others you still, you wouldn't want to load into the rifle too much or anything like that.
Okay.
We
What
learned
else?
some new things. White trash baby, rifle on the hip
Oh,
was a pretty
white
cool
trash,
one.
baby.
And puppy by the neck.
Yep.
we have to explain them, not on a podcast.
Is that connected to Daddy with?
No, not at all. That's
no?
completely
Okay.
separate.
We're
yeah.
getting to that.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Look forward to it.
So when are we explaining them?
In the paid training course.
that we're totally ripping off. Yeah, sure. Cool.
Cool.
Um,
Worth it?
Look, I think it was for someone who's probably a couple of years into PRS and wants to really take that next leap. I think they would get a lot out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had a little chat about it, and we thought there was some good, valuable stuff, a few bits and pieces, but for the most part, we sort of had a lot of our stuff squared away.
I think
I think-
there was a bunch of confirmation that we're not that far off the mark.
Okay.
I think,
Yeah.
which was good. That there was some really good stuff that we got that sort of put away. I've got some pretty decent notes put away, and it's something I'm going to have to go and break down my technique and insert some steps in
Yes.
there and a few bits and pieces, and then bring it forward, which we kind of knew when we went over there. We weren't going to go and do the course and go to the World Championships a week later, and then everything was going to be like amazingly better.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what I tried to do.
All right. How did that work for you?
Great.
So there's for me anyway, my takeaway, there's half a dozen very key things that I'm going to insert into my
Mhm.
pre-shot process and things like that it's going to take some time to work in there, but I think it'll be beneficial.
Yep. I think it's definitely not something you'd be able to do over 2 or 3 matches. You'd want
Yeah. Okay.
4 or 5 matches really training it, and then training at your club as well.
So it's sort of the sort of thing that sets you on the path and give it 6 months, 9 months to really implement.
Yep.
And then you actually might see your value from what you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They have a very high success rate of people doing their course and going on to do very good things.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think the sort of the
Shame you boys did it.
Yeah, we'll put that statistic right there.
well, yeah, because I think the things that they talk about and the process that they do takes up mental capacity, and time. So obviously, you can't just go straight into a match and start doing those things because you'll be running really slow. Just the way that you process the information, you'll be really slow. So you need to practice that to get quick at.
Is this if we go
Quick at
through
it.
your Google history, there's a search for mental capacity?
Yep.
How to get more mental capacity?
Except he misspelled it. Yeah.
Methyl
mental
capacity.
capacity.
Methanol capacity. He's like, oh, this is rad. I'm into this. Yeah, sick.
But it was valuable. I think. Yeah.
Yep.
No, it was
Brilliant. But a time will take to
Yes.
develop. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. And so from Oklahoma, where do we go from there?
To the pub.
Brilliant.
Is there photos there?
No, we were actually pretty well behaved
Yeah.
at the pub.
That's what you're going to admit to. Oh, I got it. Yep. Okay.
No,
Went to the pub with the
pub
guys?
that we were misbehaved at.
Okay.
Can't talk about that.
Which pub? No, I mean Oklahoma. Which one? I don't remember the pub.
We went to the same one both nights.
Was that a pub?
There was only 2 pubs in
I wouldn't
town.
call that a pub. Their like restaurant pub things are a lot different over there, but
There.
I thought it was just a restaurant with a bar.
Yeah. It's a bar.
It's a pub.
That's all. Yeah. It's close enough.
One thing that was really good actually is you order a beer, and over here if you
Yeah,
order,
great.
yeah, well, over here
That
you order a
course
beer, and
sounds like it was worthwhile.
they'll come out with a schooner or the smallest beer on tap.
Mm.
You order a beer over there, and you're like, I'll just have a beer of whatever because I don't know what any of them were, and they just come out with like this ginormous jug of beer. And I'm like, success.
Yeah, that one place at the pizza place where I ordered that beer, and I was like, you just ordered a bottle or something. I was like, oh yeah, I'll have that.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the pizza place.
No,
That was it.
where was that? That was a Price. Yeah, that was a good pizza joint. What was the name of that?
I got to find it out because it was really good. We got to do a recommendation because that was good.
Yeah,
All right.
good.
So
pizza joint.
we'll work our way back to back there anyway. So we finished Oklahoma, went to the pub, and then
Flew
flew back
Just
from from the range. Private
Juniper's
jet.
Kitchen.
Juniper's Kitchen.
They do some very good pizza.
down at Price. Yep,
Do they Uber?
we didn't check. But we
to the
Maybe
international.
DoorDash,
Uber.
yeah.
but
Look it up.
we did
DoorDash,
learn
okay.
that you can't consume too much alcohol too quickly there.
Oh,
Someone got cut off.
Josh.
Yeah, after 3 beers.
So we just bought beers and gave them to Josh. It was
Yeah.
Good,
you have to have-
could see there's an Australian way around the
Yeah.
system.
maximum of 3 beers in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some
You
funny
have to
laws
have,
there.
You have to drink water.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else was there?
Doesn't beer have water in it, technically?
Good point.
Doesn't
Didn't
count.
try that one.
All right. So we've made our way back from Oklahoma back to Utah.
Yep.
Prepped for the World Champions.
Yep. Switch barrels, more low dev,
Yep. Back to the little range.
some good stuff.
Yeah.
What else do we do?
Any other pizza places to mention?
Any other pub, not pubs?
We went to a trendy little bar. I can't remember the name of that.
How did
one.
you guys get in?
Well, funny story. We went in. They gave us a special.
Sorry,
little-
I asked.
They gave us a special little room, and we all walked in with shooting gear on and stuff like that. And it was very trendy and very maybe democratic.
This was with the Alpha guys.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we went out to
We
dinner.
went out for dinner to say
yeah.
like thanks for your
Yeah, right.
for your hospitality. Appreciate your help.
Yeah.
And we're sitting in there for like a solid half an hour, 45 minutes. And we're like, any chance of getting some service? And they're like, yeah, we'll be there in a minute. No service. Went out again, and we wouldn't mind actually ordering some food if that's okay. And never came. And then we went out and found somebody else who came in, and he was
Mind you,
he was slightly less democratic. And then-
Mind you, this was after they'd come in twice asking if we were ready to order, and then we'd said, "Oh no, we're still looking at stuff." And they'd come back. They'd come back in the room, and then we're like, "Oh, we still haven't looked. We've been talking about animals that will kill us in Australia."
So then we had a really good waiter show up.
Yep.
And he rocks up and he's like, "Yep, I'll take your order now. Really sorry about that. That was not okay," and whatever else. I'm like, "Do you need a pen and paper, buddy?" Or there's a few of us, and he's like, "I do not need a pen and paper."
I think there's 6 of us.
And proceeded to take all of our orders correctly
Mm-hmm.
and didn't make any mistakes. It was quite impressive, actually.
Yep.
Yes.
That was cool.
And
Okay.
he's just gone away going, those Australians just insult me all night long.
Yeah.
And so he can take 6 orders.
Yep.
From 6 different people
I can't
with all
remember.
variations,
Yep,
and you guys can't remember a listener's name.
Yeah, correct.
So, yeah, correct. I'm no waiter.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Well,
make any weight jokes. But
they got some
Alright.
good tips. I think you paid. I don't know.
Sorry, for those listening, Andy's just looked at Plushy and goes, "Oh, they got a good tip, didn't they?" And Plushy's just made the most horrendous face of
I
like,
hope so.
"Oh my gosh, what are you even talking about?" Yeah, tip. I kicked the guy in the balls. Yeah.
It was a
All
good
right.
meal. Yeah, it was particularly expensive. Yeah.
Doesn't sound like it. Right. So after our kick the guy in the balls meal, where do we go? Was it now time for the World Championships?
Back to the tunnels, I reckon. Low
Back
def.
to the tunnels.
I don't know. We went back there a lot of times. Yep. I can't remember what we did after that.
Good.
No, I reckon it would have been off to the World Champs because we did that on like this night or two before we left.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
All right.
It's quality podcasting.
Story checks
This
out.
is great wrap up. What happened?
Very
I
good.
don't
Well,
know.
speaking of wrap up, let's wrap that one up because we will come back in the next one and talk about the World Championships
What?
and delve into it because it did not go as planned, did it, gentlemen?
Well, not for me.
No.
All right. Let's talk about it soon.
Bye.